Hi everyone, Brett Duncan here from the Mannatech marketing team at the Mannatech Global Corporate Headquarters right outside the R&D lab where so much of the Mannatech magic takes place. And I'm joined today by someone who is responsible for a lot of that magic, Dr. Steve Nugent. Dr. Nugent, thanks so much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure, Brett. Glad to be here.
And we are here to talk about one of your favorite products, as I understand it, ImmunoSTART. So, Dr. Nugent, kind of at a grand level, I mean, what is it that you love so much about ImmunoSTART? What's it doing? Why should we care?
Well, you know, most of our associates are very much aware of Ambritos, our flagship product, and most of them think that Ambritos is the product you take for your immune system. Well, it does have immune support and a lot of great other areas of support. But our immune-specific product at Mannatech is ImmunoSTART. And boy, is it a great immune support product.
So you say it's immune specific, so let me twist that. Specifically, what's in it that's helping with the immune system?
Well, there are actually 4 components in ImmunoSTART that are really, really excellent for immune support. And these 4 components start with certified prime colostrum, also lactoferrin, and beta-1316 glucan, and all of this in a base of modified citrus pectin. And that's sort of the overview of the 4 main points, and understanding each of those separate ingredients can be very important to making your decision.
Now you mentioned colostrum. What is that exactly? Layman's terms, what is colostrum?
Colostrum is something that's been used for centuries by cultures really all over the planet, because we know how important it is for immune support for a newborn. Well, it can help you at any age because of the properties in colostrum. They're called immunoglobulins, and those are natural antibodies that really help your immune system very significantly. Colostrum, a lot of people think it's milk. It's not. It's actually free milk. So you'll see on competing websites they'll talk about first milk. Well, it isn't first milk. It isn't milk at all. This is actually a very, very specific immune component that's made by the mother for the newborn to help their immune system immediately. And yes, it is secreted from the mammary glands as milk is, but it's not milk. We extract the colostrum literally immediately. And we have true certified prime pure colostrum. The important factor in colostrum are the immunoglobulins that I mentioned, but it also contains lactoferrin. Lactoferrin is something that's found in many secretions in the body, in your tears and mucosal secretions, and of course it's found in colostrum. This is really an important natural antibody to help your immune system when you're challenged. I mean, really important. Can't emphasize it strongly enough. And what we've done with this product is we've actually raised the lactoferrin level up significantly in an attempt to more closely approximate natural human colostrum levels. And I think that's another very important feature and benefit of this product.
So you keep mentioning immunoglobulin. Did I say that right?
Close.
Immunoglobulin.
Immunoglobulin, yes.
I think a lot of our people who are watching are familiar with that, but just making sure, you know, why is that so, I mean, why is that a crucial component of a properly functioning immune system?
In your immune system, you have a lot of different types of cells, and sometimes your doctor will say your white cells. The most important, most numerous of these cells is something called a neutrophil. Well, you want your neutrophils to come up significantly when your immune system is challenged. And what we know about lactoferrin is that it raises neutrophils significantly. And this product does that significantly. So this is a really important benefit of this product.
Wow, okay. What other factors are in ImmunoSTART that kind of help with the benefit of your immune system?
Well, another factor kind of goes back to its original name. I think very few people know this. Inside of this product are some beta-glucans. Other companies will say, yeah, we have beta-glucans too. We have beta-1316 beta-glucans. Now, these are very, very important.
Sounds very important.
Oh, it is. It's very important. You see, beta-glucans, depending on the source that you get them from, they'll have more or less complex chains. Well, we get this from a very specific source, and the reason we do that with this very specific beta-glucan is that when it goes into your mouth, it actually can activate immune receptors in your mouth before you've even swallowed the product.
Wow.
And that goes back to the original name. Start your immune system. before you've even swallowed the product. So ImmunoSTART, that's how the name originally came about.
Interesting. I bet a lot of people didn't know that.
I'm sure of that.
What else is in the product that we need to know about?
Well, this is all in a base of modified citrus pectin. And citrus pectin has its own immune properties. And what we've done is we've actually modified the citrus pectin. You can't digest that by itself, so we had to modify it so that it could be usable by the immune system. This product is, I mean, it's just a tremendous immune support product. And I just think every house in the world should have ImmunoSTART in their house every day.
Awesome. Well, let's talk about that. That's a good transition because you've sold me on ImmunoSTART. How should people be taking this? Do you take it every day? Do you take it as needed? What would you suggest?
Certainly you want to take it when you're challenged, or if you suspect that you've been exposed to some challenge. I mean, you definitely want to start taking some ImmunoSTART and start doing it right now.
Yeah.
Now, since I'm traveling most of the time and I'm in big groups of people when I'm lecturing and airports and train stations and so on, it wouldn't do for the wellness director to not be well,
That's
right?
right. That's right.
So what I do is I take ImmunoSTART every day. And if I think that there's been some exposure to some challenge, or if I'm very stressed out or very fatigued from travel, because that lowers your immune function when you're stressed or fatigued, then I'll also take more ImmunoSTART to kind of get that immune system started, bring it back up again. So I think you can do it every day if you need to, but one thing is for sure, Brett, every household should have a bottle of ImmunoSTART, whether you're taking it every day or not, because you never know when you need to support that immune system.
That's right. You know, it's such a good point too, because there was a point I knew, hey, I need my ImmunoSTART, and I didn't have it at the house. We'd gone right through it, so that's a very, very good tip. What is the question you get most frequently concerning ImmunoSTART?
Well, I would say first is the question, the concern about milk allergies. Again, people think that there's milk in the product. Okay, well, colostrum isn't milk, it's pre-milk.
Right.
Lactoferrin is extracted from the colostrum. But still there is that concern. Well, people who are concerned about milk allergies, what they have to be worried about is a protein called casein. And, sometimes we see warnings on the products and it says, consult your physician if you have this concern, that concern. And your physician will say, does it contain casein? That's what he or she wants to know. The answer is no. There is the lactose question that comes up from the people who are lactose intolerant. And of course, again, they'll think, oh my God, I can't take this product that has lactose in it. Well, there is a tiny, tiny amount of lactose. I mean, so tiny, it's almost not worth discussing. Instead of getting into all the specific numbers and all that, the World Health Organization establishes the number of milligrams at which you may have a lactose intolerance response. Our product, ImmunoSTART, has less than 1/12 of that amount. So the possibility of anyone having a lactose intolerant response with this product is pretty close to zero.
Dr. Nugent, I'm a dad. I've got a 4-year-old boy who's just an absolute amazing guy, and he loves Mannatech products. Is this, though, everyone I'm sure is listening saying, hey, that sounds great, but can my kids take it? So what's the answer to that? Can my boy take this?
On the label it says not for children under 4, and that's really about a choke warning. Nothing really else, because there's nothing that's dangerous in the product. But the choke warning's it's an important thing to have on the label, because little kids tend to inhale things. That's a tablet that tastes really good. In fact, a lot of kids think it's a treat. I mean, you give them a couple and then they want a couple more and then they want the whole bottle.
Yeah.
So you can always crush the tablet up into a fine powder. It tastes good. You can put it in anything you want. But be aware that, this tablet, it's a big one. And that's why that choke warning's on the label.
And talking about that too, and probably a lot of people don't know, this is a chewable, that you put in your mouth. And I think you've mentioned before, even because of how the product works, you kind of like to take your time with it. Why is that?
Well, it is a chewable, and on the label it says, chew tablet thoroughly. Well, boy, I'd like to really emphasize that thoroughly part. I mean, let's keep it in your mouth as long as you can. cans. That's what I like to do. And it tastes so good. Well, it's great to keep in your mouth anyway because of the great taste. So yeah, I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, and it does taste really, really great. I love taking this product. Well, Dr. Nugent, thank you so much. Really appreciate the time. Hopefully that's helpful to everyone who is watching. Don't forget ImmunoSTART. Remember what Dr. Nugent said. Dr. Nugent says, always have this available, whether you're taking it every day or not. Make sure you've got it, because when you need it, you want to make sure that it's there and it's ready to go and you can take it on the spot. So, ImmunoSTART. Thank you, Dr. Nugent, and here's to next time.